There it is. Hello.
Hello, friends.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday chat day.
Yay.
Yep, we're on. Yay.
All right.
All right. What do we got this week?
Hello.
Protection.
Hello. Well, first, you got to tell everyone how amazing the wedding was because I'm sure everyone's thinking
Oh
about.
my goodness. Hi, Lady Blindwolf. We had such a good time. It was like the dream wedding. They had an old 50s car that they drove from the church to the reception. It was like cherry
Aw.
red, white. Oh, it was gorgeous. And Quinn was in an orange suit, which sounds horrible, but it was like a burnt orange. It
Like
was gorgeous.
autumny orange.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then, of course, she was in white. And
Aw.
it was just great. We did a Roman Catholic service, and then we did the hand fasting at the Common Man in Plymouth, which is
Aw.
a really cute place. So, yeah, that was
How
good.
nice.
And then I danced and danced and danced like I was in high school. Oh my gosh. And I wound up tearing a bunch of stuff in my bad shoulder and oh my.
Oh, no.
But no regrets. It was so fun. Hi, Misty. Yeah.
I
Oh,
got
I would do it in a heartbeat all over again. So my mission now is to get my shoulder fixed, which this Friday is my first ortho appointment. Hopefully it's just a couple shots and then I can go along with my life. But I guess there's a lot of stuff that they need to get out of there, so it might be an operation. But yeah. But yeah, my mission is to get my arm better. So Sean's wedding, I'm ready to dance.
Yay. And when is that going to be? Not sure
Same
yet.
time next year.
Same time next year.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
So, fun. But yeah, it was awesome. And it was nice to get away for a couple of days too. We never do that.
Right. So nice. I know you guys are like us. We're home all the time.
Yep.
You deserve to break.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, good. So this week, we're saying this week should be a fun, light, easy week because there's so many different ways to go about doing protection stuff. And of course, there goes my heater. Sorry if you hear it in the background. It's really loud.
Yeah, mine's probably going to kick on pretty soon too. It's right next door. So I might have to shut the door real quick.
Right. Hi, Witchy.
Hi, Witchy.
Someone coming over for steak. Oh, yay.
Ooh, yummy.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Misty. I got some on board right now. So they put me on all sorts of anti-inflammatory things.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good. And all worth it.
We do too, Misty. We have a freeze warning. Yeah, we covered all the squash. Yeah.
I know it's awful cold here. I don't think it's quite freeze, but it's like 38 for a low tonight. So close enough.
Yeah. Feels like it's freezing.
Definitely feels like November here this week.
I know. We still have half the roof undone.
Really?
Yeah. So Bob's like on his own for the rest of it. I don't know. Good excuse.
Well, we've been doing our port, trying to like clear out our port and get our port all ready so we can pull a car in this winter. And then we got to, do the plastic around all the windows and all that crap.
Yep.
This week, I think. So the other thing, I was just telling Deb that every year I watch, there's a cartoon called Over the Hedge. I don't know if anybody else has ever seen it, but it's a really cute cartoon. I've talked about it a lot on my channel because I got the independent tarot deck called Tarot of the Unknown, which is based on it. And so I started watching it today just because it's such a fall, autumn kind of cartoon. It's on Hulu. I think it's on YouTube too. I swear it's on YouTube. But it's about these two little kids who get lost in the forest, and there's a really great like spiritual lesson about this time of year. So if you get a chance, I was telling her that they're like 15-minute episodes or so. You can watch the whole thing in a little over an hour, I think, if you go all straight through.
Binge watch.
And it's really cute. So that's the deck that I start to bring out when it starts getting cold and the leaves start dropping and stuff. I love this deck for that. So
cocoa time.
yeah. All right, protection. Protection for me is like one of the key things about being spiritual, being witchy, is the ability to protect yourself from other energies, protect yourself from negativity, protect yourself from negative people,
right?
That kind of thing. And there's a zillion different ways to do that, but sometimes you need a refresher on all the different ways to do that. So that's the goal tonight, is to refresh each other on all kinds of ideas.
I know. Yeah, find some new ones too. I think probably 50% of my spell work during the year is something around protection.
Cleansing and protection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it usually, for me, I don't know about you, but it goes hand in hand. Usually if I'm cleansing, it's a cleansing and protection thing.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of the herbs and crystals and stuff do a duality like that too.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely.
Just go hand in hand.
Yes. Yes.
So what are some ways that you do protection wards?
Well, I would say one of the things that we didn't put on there, there's several that we kind of wrote down, but one of the things that we didn't put on there is witch burr spells. I love witch burrs. I should have got some out. I have some, I think, over in the cupboard, but are the little, what are they called? Gum trees, and they're like spiky all the way around.
I think I have one.
I know. And they're great for protection, and it's such an easy way to make a spell for that, is to add some herbs and candle wax. You kind of roll it in candle wax and add some herbs around it, and you can throw it depending on, I always say, depending on what element you feel the most. Like I think we've talked before about what element you feel. But if you're like an air element, which I am, I usually go out when it's windy and kind of throw it into the wind and let the wind take it. You can bury it. If you're an earth element, you can throw it in a water source, like a stream or creek or river or anything like that. And if you're fire, you can throw it right into the fire. And that makes it releases that energy, releases the sweet gum. Thank you. Releases the energy, releases the protection. And it's a really quick, easy way to do a protection spell.
Yeah. I use the spiky ones, the big spiky ones like you had. But then we have the little ones that are like Velcro. They almost stick together. I use those too as witch burrs.
That would be great.
Actual witch burrs, but I figure it's the same type of thing, and
it
has the same energy. So, but thorns,
anything like that. Thistle, the thistles outside. That would be a good thing.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
I wonder if stinging nettle would work. That's
yeah. Be careful doing that.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I'm like, oh, I think that might be stinging nettle. Oh, yep, it definitely is. And now I have it in my hands.
Yeah, that would be a great one to put in like a ball or a bottle.
Yeah, definitely. That would be a good one. For sure.
You said earlier, the sigils on the bottom of shoes. I love that one.
Yeah.
I might try to do that.
And you can draw that in permanent marker. You can put it in like an essential oil, so nobody even sees it. You can, if you go out and there's frost on your car, you can draw it on your car window and, in the frost.
Yeah.
Sigils, runes. We were talking about the main protection rune is this one, LG's. But
Those are
there's
gorgeous
a
cards.
lot of, aren't they pretty? This comes from this deck, which I think.
Oh no, I don't have that one.
I think has been released again, or it might even be mass market now. This is like the independent one, but this might even be a mass market. The Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle, it's called. And I've had this for a long time, and I swear I may have seen this out on mass market.
I do have that one. It's upstairs, but the box is a lot different.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Mass market. So I bet you it's the same thing that Stag looks familiar.
She said it's from Hay House now. I thought I saw it.
Yeah.
Good. Is it that little still, or did they make them like regular size cards now?
Oh yeah, no, mine are little. Yeah, it must be
Yeah, mine are little too.
Yeah, I love that deck.
Me too. It's so cute.
Ton, though. I know. I should do like a rune a day or something just to carry that energy.
I know.
Me.
I never did go back and finish my rune series.
Me either.
Got busy. Still little.
I still have the flags though. I made little flags for it and everything.
Did ya?
I'll get to it someday.
Right?
I'll get back there.
What else were we talking? Oh, witch bottles. We brought up witch bottles, which is that's like one of the oldest bottles ever found, as they found over in England and I think Ireland too, and I think some in the bogs of like Scotland and stuff. They found witch bottles too, or what they think are witch bottles, with like iron nails, bent iron nails. If you make a protection bottle, I usually put it in glass, and you bury it on each corner of your property or each corner of your house. And there can be all kinds of stuff in there. A lot of witches pee in it.
I was just going to say, urine.
Yep. Pins and needles and iron, nails. Stinging nettle would be a good one. Witch burrs.
Yeah. Porcupine quills. Bob's letting me stop on the side of the road, and I just take a piece of cloth and rub it like the wrong way on the passed away porcupine, and the quills come right out, and you got like 2 years worth of quills. It's great.
Perfect. Done.
Bob thinks I'm a little weird, but it's fine.
That's all right. It's all part of being a witch. I know. I do. I have the same thing. I have a whole. I have to bring out my little weird bottles. I have bottles of like wasp nests and beetles that I was like, oh, I love this beetle. That had died or something. All kinds of weird stuff.
I know. We keep oddities. Oh
it's funny when I love when people know you so well that they'll bring you something like, oh, hey, I found this thing on the side of the road and I brought you this thing. Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Yep.
My mother has started doing that to me. Oh, I found this weird thing. Yes. Funny. Perfect.
Yeah, I don't know. Bob brought me home a skull. I'll show it to you. I said, this is better than any diamond. But I had to, he had been out. See it?
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but
looks kind of like a fox, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, he's always bringing me weird stuff. I love it.
Yay! Right? Better than any diamond. This is probably dumb, but I've been curious how witch bottles actually work, because to me it seems like everything is sealed up. Yes, it is. So the point of the witch bottle, good question, is that you bring you put a chant on it that makes it so that if any witch, or it used to be just for witches, but any witch, or I usually say any witch or person that means to do me harm or means to cause me harm, when they cross that threshold, the witch bottle breaks and then affects them.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to replace mine twice a year. Usually it's Samhain time and then Beltane.
Beltane time.
For some
Yeah.
reason, I feel like that protection energy is waning at that time, at that shift, and then I
Yep.
recharge them. But I've
Yeah.
never found one broke, which is good.
Yay.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
that's
think.
good.
Have I think I did, but I think it was out on the property line at my grandma's. So you never know if it was animals, digging,
Oh,
or
yeah, that's true.
you never know. What else? Oh, you had talked about witch letters. You want to talk about witch letters and witch balls?
Oh, yeah. So witch balls, I get the glass ornament ones and use those. You just take the cap off and put whatever in there. I love to do colored sand and
Oh,
salt
that's pretty.
layers and then put all the herby things on the top. They look pretty.
Nice.
They're a nice gift and it holds up, the purpose of protection too. Or
Seal it
healing.
with
You can make
wax.
anything. Yeah. And what was the other one you said?
Oh, witch
Balls and
ladder.
ladders. Yeah, so you can make a witch ladder for anything, but I love to do one for protection for out in the trees. I just like
Yeah,
you could use driftwood sticks or beads or anything, and you just
yeah,
tie knots. I usually do either 9 or 13 sets of threes, whatever number speaks to you. You put that
yeah,
protection and tie it and go hang it, around your property and stuff.
yeah.
So those are easy
Or,
too, and they're cheap. You can use just sticks that you bind together, anything like that that you already have.
absolutely. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Yes, and like you said, you can use almost anything that you feel is protective. I hold on. Right here, I have.
We never know what we're gonna need.
I know,
How
right?
much these?
This I had around the property at my grandma's house, and it was a protection for springtime. And I started it with an antique button, and then just put in like different beads,
Oh, I love
and
that.
that was for protection, and just the glass ball at the bottom. And
Oh,
I hung
nice.
it in the trees at my grandma's house, and now I kind of like this is in our living room window now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
So
that's a good
just
way to hang protection spells is in windows. If you make them
yeah.
creative.
I
Catch the
always,
light.
when I'm thrift shopping and stuff, I always get the little prisms,
Oh, yes. Yep, I
and I
like those.
I use them at the bottom a lot because it refracts the light and kind of shoots that protection all the way through the house when the sun shines on it.
Mm. Yeah,
And I always,
that's a good.
that's
Yep.
nice. That's a good way to do it.
So
Um,
what else? We did candle rituals. I actually wrote one that I do. This one's different, but it's similar to what I usually do. I don't usually do the candles and stuff, but it's a protection warding spell. And you take a small iron object. I'm going to use railroad spikes just because that's what I have. But you could use like the little penny nails or whatever. And sea salt, black, red candle, and a fireproof dish. And there's a little chant there. And I meant to film it before I got hurt, but so that might wait a while. But I'll put it on the Crones channel anyway when I do film it. So that's in there. And
beautiful.
what else? Candles, herbs and stones.
Yeah.
There's a whole list of like herbs and stones you can use for your witch ball or witch's ladder.
If you, a lot of people will burn sage, but if you're in a place that you can't burn stuff, You can make your own sage spray. So, soak sage. I happen to
Mm.
have Pookie Danny's sage spray. I have like a gallon jug of it still.
Oh,
Um,
geez.
so you can put it in water and a little bit of vodka or rubbing alcohol and just let that steep pretty much forever. And you can
Yeah.
add other stuff in there if you want, but it smells amazing. And then you can spray it around when you need protection or cleansing.
Yeah.
That works really well.
Yeah, that's
A lot of
good.
people
That's
are
a
in
way to
places that they're not allowed to burn stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah, simmer pots too. Simmer pots or diffusers, that's a good way to do that as well. That way you
definitely.
don't have anything to worry about anything catching on fire.
Probably
Next,
the oldest thing is salt. I mean,
yeah.
that's like easy. It's old. It's, the easiest thing to do. I used to, when I first started out, I think, once in a while, still in a new place, I'll take rock salt and put it along the window ledges.
Oh, yes. Yep. I do mine outside
Mhm.
along the perimeter of the house.
Yep, that's good
Yeah.
too. Hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather. I don't know if the dogs would lick it if I put it on the inside. Does Ty bother it or no?
He's a
No.
different kind of dog, though. He does not go after anything. He won't go after another dog's toy. Like if it's not his toy, he's like, no, that's
Yeah.
not mine. I don't. I could
Wow.
leave a steak sitting on a low table where he could get it. He won't touch it if
Oh
I,
my
unless I
gosh.
tell him to go ahead. Okay, go ahead, you can have it. He won't touch
Oh
it
my,
otherwise.
that's
He just
awesome.
has always been such a good boy.
That's wicked good. Oh, so you pulled out the rune card already, right?
Yes. Yep. The
Yeah.
runes are a great way. So you can use the runes as sigils. You can,
Mm,
I put, a lot of times I'll take a rune. Did I not grab, I meant to grab my actual runes, but I don't think I did. Either rune, you can carry the rune in your pocket. You can put a card on your altar or,
mm,
put it on your mirror or, with a magnet on your fridge so you see it.
yeah. Carry it in your wallet.
Yep, carry it in your
Mm.
wallet, absolutely. For sure.
Where the
Yep, yep,
heck
yep.
did that Donna come in? What?
I was just gonna
Hi, Rochelle. Where the
boil
heck
mine
did
before
that
bottling.
Donna come in?
Oh, instead of waiting a long time, I know what she's saying. Instead
Oh,
of waiting
oh,
a long
oh,
time to let it steep, she boils hers, which is
oh, I
absolutely,
see.
that's a
I'm
valid
like,
way to do it too.
oh, so I danced and like all the new music. I'm sorry, I'm responding to Rochelle's question.
It's okay.
So like all the dancing is like way up here, and I did it for hours and hours and hours, and my legs were awesome, but then I tore my shoulder apart. So I have an
So it was
ortho appointment
a fun
by
injury, but
Friday. Yeah, I would do it all over again tonight if I could. That was the best wedding. It was so fun.
oh,
Oh my gosh.
so nice.
And just like the kids and I and Bob, it was just such a dynamic. It was awesome.
Aw, so
We
sweet.
danced to the mother-son dance was Rainbow by Casey Musgraves. So
Ah,
that was good. Yeah. Quinn used to go through some depressive
did you
episodes.
cry? Are you a crier?
Oh my God. But the whole place was crying, so I hear.
Oh,
Because
oh,
it just so happens Friday, one of our teachers lost a son to suicide. So
oh,
then
oh,
Saturday, that song and Quinn, that was our song to dance to. So it was like,
oh,
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 we
God.
were both bawling on the dance floor, but it was
Oh,
gorgeous. Bob got a video. I'll share it when I get permission from Quinn, but he's in
oh,
he's in Paris right now, so
yay! Poor
yay.
thing.
Like once in a lifetime chance, Mom. Like, yes. Go
Oh,
soak it
yeah,
up. He's having a good time.
absolutely. Hell yeah.
Right.
All right. Where are we?
So we
Wording
did
symbols
symbols, yeah.
are
So
super easy. Again, you can do that anywhere around your house. Usually it's doorways, windows. Um, you can do it in like essential oils though, or you don't have to do it
I like
in
that.
a marker or anything that shows up.
Right. Yep.
Just
Or you could paint stuff on too, just
mhm.
water and whatever tea you make as a protection brew. You could use
Yep,
that to do sigils all along your house. That'll be good.
definitely.
And then the
I've heard
essential
of a lot of
oil.
people crushing up selenite and putting it in their paint. So when they paint, the selenite
Ooh,
is, in the paint.
yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. That would work for any crumbly stone,
Yeah.
right? Like a mica or what's that other?
Black
It's like a
tourmaline.
purple. Yeah, that one too. Obsidian, that's the one that you can flake off to make the arrowheads, right? Or is that something
Uh,
else?
yeah, obsidian is harder
Mm.
though. It's not
Oh, it
very
is.
flaky,
Oh, what's the
but black
purple
tourmaline is.
stone that looks like mica, but it's like
Lepidolite.
lepidolite? Okay, yeah. It comes in sheets.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would work.
yeah,
Is that a
yeah.
protective one? I don't even know.
That is. It can be. It's a calming, which would be great in
Oh,
paint too. If you're, you have
that would
houses
be
like we do,
awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome in a bedroom, actually, for sleep.
right?
Do like a sleep and relaxation
Oh,
sigil in
heck
that
yeah.
paint. That would be awesome.
That would be awesome. That's a great idea.
Um,
Uh,
there's some chants. We won't
yeah,
read them
I
all.
added a bunch of chants in there too. Well, not a bunch, a few other chants, and some chants for protection for dogs and protection for cats. I put a chant in for that, and a house and cleanse protection. One of the oldest chants I ever learned was when you're cleansing a house. Because God, I've been doing house cleansings forever. It's funny. I actually
I lost my
have
pen.
a kit. This is the kit thing that I put together when I go out to do house cleansings.
Jen's
Everything I need is in that
exercising.
kit. Everything I need is in there so that I can just grab it and go. I know everything is in there.
That's a good
But
idea.
was the chant for that is like a really old chant that I learned a long time ago, which is smoke of air, fire and earth, cleanse and bless this home and hearth, drive away all harm and fear, only good may enter here. That's a super old, I used to know it by heart. You can tell it's been a long time since I've gone out to do a cleansing, but yeah, that I added that on there because that's one that I do at house cleansing all the time.
That's good. I like that one.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch in there though, a whole bunch of chants
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah, I put it in the
Crystal
group.
grids, that's one I used to do a lot more. It's funny when you don't have a whole lot of space in your house.
I know. Yeah, they take up a lot of room.
Yeah. Yep. Or not
Mm,
even though
they
you
don't
can
have
do
to, but
smaller ones, but
yeah,
when you
little
don't
chip.
have a lot of room, it's like a permanent thing for a while. And nobody's going to leave a corner of the house alone for any length of time around here. So
I
it
know.
makes it hard.
I do have that one that you made on a tile and glued them on. That was awesome. It's right here over in my witch cabinet.
Perfect.
That
And
way
that's
it doesn't come apart. It's a permanent one. That's a
yeah, that's an easy way to do it too.
yeah. I like that.
Just do you cleanse it?
Yeah. I just heard something weird. It's spooky down here.
It's getting closer and closer to
I
Samhain.
know, I know. I can hear them. Anyway, so maybe it was a cat. I don't know. They just better not show up. I don't want to see anybody. I'll freak out. Okay. They can talk to me all they want. God, I'm such a big baby. I would never be able to go ghost hunting, I don't think. I would be
It's so
so
fun.
anxious.
At least
I'd
you have other
vomit
people there.
everything. No, you don't think so? I don't know.
You have,
We should
it's not like
try
you're
it.
alone. The good thing is you have other people there, and it's because you start focusing on like your EMF meter or the camera that you know, or something. So you're focused on other things other than, oh my gosh, there's like an entity here.
Oh my God, I'm
And
so
the funny thing about ghost hunting, not to get off on a tangent, sorry, squirrel, but
oh, here we go, squirrel.
is that 90% of the time it's like an old refrigerator that is, you know,
Plumbing.
causing weird like EMF frequency feeling stuff or something
Disappointing,
stupid. Yeah.
anticlimactic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a leaky faucet.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep.
It's
still fun.
It is still fun. Yeah. Sounds fun. All right. So nature walk. Gather small protective items such as feathers, stones, and twigs. Tie them with natural twine and hang them from trees or pathways to charm wreaths. That's the purpose of the pine wreath, right? At Yule is
Yes. Yep.
protective. Yeah, I thought so.
Yep.
Um, I haven't done a
Just
wreath in
like
a
the
long time.
Samhain,
Yeah.
at Samhain time, the jack-o'-lantern, which originally was turnips.
Yeah. Have you ever
Um,
tried to carve a turnip?
I have not, because we only have like little ones, but apparently there are like big, huge ones.
Oh, there are? Oh, I tried to
Yeah,
do it, like an our size one. It's not
yeah,
easy. Pumpkin's
yeah,
much easier.
yeah, definitely. But apparently there are much bigger ones. It's just we, you know, because turnips are not in fashion anymore, nobody grows them that big anymore.
All right.
But that was meant as protection against entities, since you know the dead were roaming on Samhain night. That was supposed to protect you from the dead. So that's a good protection thing too.
Yeah, that's good. I just brought my jack-o'-lantern upstairs. I have a ceramic one. Just
Nice.
too lazy to carve anything.
I have not gotten my pumpkins yet this year. I'm way
No,
behind. Way behind.
you know, we
Uh,
actually just harvested the last of the squash and pumpkins. We have a
really?
wheelbarrow and a bucket full from this is the second one. I'll post a picture on Facebook, but yeah, so many squash. I don't know why, how even, but
I
it's a
don't
gift.
understand what in the world my issue is, but we have never, like maybe once in all the time we've been planting like pumpkins, we have
Yeah.
never gotten them to actually grow because they just don't get pollinated. Like we'll get the flowers and
Yeah.
then they never fruit.
Oh,
I have
weird.
right now, I don't know if it's a squash or a pumpkin out there, but there's a flower on it and it's not doing anything.
Are there male flowers too? Because you could self-pollinate it.
Oh, I don't know. I
Break
never
off
paid
the
attention.
stamen. You break off the stamen and put it in the pistil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could do a Q-tip too.
Oh,
Q-tips
that's a
work.
good idea.
Yeah.
I'll have to
I
look
don't
at
know if
that
it'll
next year.
grow though. It's so late in the year. It should
Oh
be
yeah, I
done.
probably won't this year. I'll have to look at it next year.
A
Yeah.
rutabaga. That's a cool name, actually. Is that the same thing as a turnip, or is it like a different?
I think it's in the same family, but I don't know if it's.
I wonder if they taste different.
I
I don't
remember my
know.
grandma talking about rutabagas all the time, but
We used to have to do turnip and carrot mash. I didn't like that. It was too
yeah.
bitter. No,
My
it was made
grandma
to
was all into that. Me,
uh,
not so much.
all that old food, liverwurst and
Yeah.
fried chicken livers and pickled tripe. And how the hell did we get on this subject? Anyway, you gotta watch me.
Squirrel. Yeah.
Squirrel. Fire rituals. I do a lot with the fire. Do you guys have a fire pit where you are?
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
We do
good.
not. We haven't used it a lot this year. But usually we're out there a lot. It's just, with Peter working nights, it's like it screws everything up.
It does. Yeah, I hate the graveyard shift. It's just totally opposite of the way everybody else lives. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's kind of a pain
I
in the
know.
neck.
And now I've
Oh,
tried to like get my schedule a little bit more to his so that we can spend a little time together, like when he's off, because I don't expect him to be up all day when he's off.
I know. Yeah,
So
it takes a day to recover and then a day off, and then you have to go back to work.
yeah.
That's always, yeah, Bob and I
So
did that for years.
yeah. So it's been we haven't this year has not been a good year for that kind of stuff, but
Yeah,
that's all right. We're saving.
it's coming. Saving,
Yep.
moving, starting over. Your own
That's right.
place.
That's right.
That's
We
good.
will.
Yeah, so I do a lot with the fire pit, just, little simple things, either an herb bundle that I put intention in, just throw it in and have it release, or, something more fancy. I don't know. I like burning with fire. I think it releases it quicker or something. The magic seems to come to fruition quicker with fire for some reason for me. But yeah, I do that a lot.
Oh, I know.
Um,
One thing I did add too was the cascarilla powder.
oh yes,
Um,
I saw
yes, I like using cascarilla powder a lot because it's like because you make it yourself. Cascarilla powder is made from dried egg shells, so you just kind of rinse them out after you use the eggs and save them. And once you get a decent amount, you put them in your mortar and pestle. Or if you don't have mortar and pestle, put them on a chopping block or something, and use
National.
the edge of a big knife or something to really crush it up good into powder. And
Mm,
it's a great protection. And so when you're doing that, the point is to think about the protection of it.
mm.
And then you can sprinkle it everywhere. I used to, use
Yeah.
it, put some in my if you get, what do you call it, carpet powder that it smells nice and stuff, I used to throw some in there, so it would
Ooh,
just automatically do some protection in there.
yeah, that Arm& and Hammer stuff that you shake
Yeah.
on. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a good idea.
Yep.
Oh, write that down because I just started using that Arm& and Hammer stuff. I
Yeah.
don't like dog smell, and we have 3, so
Yeah. Makes it
I'm
hard.
constantly cleaning up dog smell.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. 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 Baking soda and cascarilla powder. Throw some right in the box, and then every time you use it, you're doing protection too.
yep. I put mine in the coffee grinder to chop it
Oh,
up.
that's
I
a
have
good
one
idea.
for herbs and stuff like that, so that's what yeah, modern witchcraft, I love it.
Absolutely.
Save
I
the
have
arm.
one. I know exactly what you're talking about. I have one too. Like that is underneath my herb cabinet and stuff. And everybody knows, don't put food in there because there's been all kinds of herbs and weird stuff that's probably poisoned if you eat it.
This mushroom that's going in my banishing jar.
Right?
They don't wanna make tea with that same grinder. Won't be
Yeah.
dangerous.
No. No.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, Linda, you know
Visualizations. Visualization is one of the easiest ways to do it. Just to visualize, do a visualization meditation of a big protective orb. If anybody plays video games, I used to, when I taught, there's a video game called Mass Effect, and I loved the way they had a whole protection shield that went around you from the top all the way through the bottom, and it would go through the floor so you could see like that it was all the way around. And that's
Oh,
when I
cool.
picture protection bubbles or light bubbles or whatever. That's what I
Yeah.
picture is it, goes all the way down underneath the floor and protects you all the way around.
That's a good yeah, that's a good visualization. Usually I'm in a mirrored egg, so
Yeah.
the outside is mirrored, so if any negative energy comes to me, it bounces back. Yeah,
Go on, go for a ride.
and then I'm safe.
I don't have to go all
Is
the
it
time.
time?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going
Peter's
for a
trying to
ride.
get him to go for a ride, and he's like, "But mom's not coming. I don't understand what's going on."
Linda had one pumpkin grow and had a squirrel chew it.
Ah,
That's mean, mean squirrel.
I know the deer this year have been terrible too. They've eaten everything. So
None come in our yard. They stay
really,
like this natural trail. It's like a fire road type of deal along the side of the house, and they stay right there. They
you
won't
have your
come in
dogs
too
out a lot.
Oh, yeah. They're in the pen. They can come and go as they want to. So,
Uh,
yeah, probably
so they
keeping
probably
them.
go out and scare them.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, we haven't lost her or anything, so I'm surprised. We had a
Nice.
big white stag came through one day. Oh my God, he was gorgeous.
Oh, how
I'll
cool!
get a picture of him. I don't know if I can find it or not, but I'll try.
How cool!
It's on Facebook somewhere.
You can search Facebook. I've learned how to search Facebook a lot better. Like based on, I always make sure I put something in the descriptor that like I can search for later.
Oh, that's a good
So if you,
idea.
so
Yeah,
if
I
you
lose
say
my
like,
post
oh, a big
often.
white stag, then you can do white stag
Ooh.
and it'll come up.
Oh, okay. A search feature on Facebook. Write all these little things down so I could
Ding.
practice. Oh,
Iron words, cauldron rituals, crystal grids, boundary stones, chants. There's a bunch of chants.
Ooh,
Oh,
did
colors.
you see
Even, yeah,
the
even just colors. If you wear a specific color that you feel is protective, that
black?
can help.
I
Black,
always wear black.
black, red. Red is a good one. It depends on what kind of protection I'm looking for. Like if somebody's really pissing me off and like energy vampire that you're like, just go away. Red is a
Yeah,
good one.
that would be a good one. Yeah, I am on fire, leave me alone. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
what that color means. Oh,
Anybody else
um,
have? I know everybody has their own little things
I know. What do you guys do
that they
sometimes
do.
for protection? I liked this red bracelet ward. I was thinking about doing, those you use embroidery floss and you do like different knots to try to like make a pattern. That would be a
Yeah,
fun one. I
to
think I'm
try to
gonna
do
try to
that.
do that. Yeah,
That would
maybe
be good.
different. I mean, if I can tie a Celtic handfasting knot.
Right?
Sean already
Okay.
asked. Sean and Heather already asked for one. And I was like, oh, I hope I don't have to make another one. Because it was hard. I was all the way across my house to get it to be
Wow.
long. And then as you braid it, it shrinks up. Oh my gosh, it took hours.
Oh.
But I want to try the red bracelet one. That sounds
That
fun.
would be nice.
Yeah.
I used to. It's funny. This house, I think because it's a temporary house, there's a lot of stuff that I don't do in this house that I normally would do at any house that we were at.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to always have a salt bowl at the front of my house, like when you walk in the door, and then I drop like your keys or the stones that I had that day or something. You drop them in the salt bowl so that it cleanses it for a while, whatever you do. And the fact that you have salted your door means you're cleansing yourself as you walk through, and it's protection from negative energy. And so when people come in, that's supposed to kind of keep some of that negativity out and protect you from whatever they're bringing in.
Yeah. Yeah,
Crystals,
salt is
mirrors.
absorbent too. So it could absorb some of that. I wonder, do you switch it out every once in a while?
Yes.
Like
Oh, yes.
salt?
Like monthly.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I like that. That's good. So cool. I have salt in my money bowl upstairs. I don't know why, but I needed to add salt to the money bowl one day. It calls for different things every day. There's a Reese's cup in there. You know, you
Cool.
never know. You never
Right?
know what could be
Oh
magical.
yeah.
Oh my
It's
God.
right. Whatever you think. It's everybody does different. And again, we've talked about before when you are a crone, when you're going in through this and you've done things first, for a long time,
Mm,
suddenly you're not so worried about what everybody else does. It's really what works for you.
right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm more laid back now than I used to be with my magic for sure.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Just
You find
simple.
stuff around the house or on your walk or something, and it's a
Mm.
lot more. Like I have a lot more natural stuff that I found on my walks on my altar than I used to.
Oh yeah. I love feathers and sticks and stones, and I'm always bringing something home.
Yeah, me
I love
too.
that.
Little mushrooms, little feathers. What else? This spring I got a ton of, for some reason I kept finding robin's eggs, the shells. But
Oh,
I must have found 4 or 5 different robin's eggs this spring. And I was like, what in the
fun.
world? They just right along my path. And I'm like, okay, this is
Wow.
definitely trying to tell me something.
I know. What does robin symbolize? I have no idea.
Well, for me, I
Is it
I kept
new?
thinking the
New
eggs were
beginning?
new beginnings, like a
Yeah.
new stuff coming along, new energies, switching out what doesn't work for you and pulling in new
Yeah,
stuff.
that sounds about right. Yeah. Rochelle uses crystals, mirrors, white light shield, black clothing, and sigils. I like that.
Awesome.
Yep.
There's all kinds of what else? Oh, coffee. Like when you put cream in your coffee or your tea and you put a symbol in it,
Mm. Yeah.
put a protection symbol in your coffee.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Let me have a nice calming day as I drink however many
Right?
milligrams of caffeine.
Throw a
I only
crystal
drink
in your
once
water.
a day though, so that's not too
You
bad.
can put a
Oh yeah.
protection crystal in your water. Just make sure that it is not a water soluble crystal. Look it
Right.
up.
And it's not
It's
poisonous. Don't put a
exactly.
poison, like no
There's a
sulfur,
lot.
no malachite,
Yeah, there's a
no
lot of
some
them that you can use, but don't use them unless you know. Like I will tell you, the quartz ones are all good. Quartz, amethyst, citrine, smoky quartz,
rose quartz.
obsidian, rose
Yeah, those are nice
quartz.
and hard, yeah. What
Those are
about,
all
like,
okay.
hematite?
What's
I
that?
don't know about is hematite? But
Yeah.
that's protected. Can you do
Well, it
that in your
depends on what
wallet?
kind of hematite it is. It depends on.
Ah.
There's a couple different kinds. So,
Oh, I didn't know.
yeah, yep, the hmm I want to say glossular hematite, but that's not it. Starts with a G though. That one you should put in your water. If you're concerned about it and you're not sure if it's one you
Yeah.
can do, just use the other method where you put 2 glasses. Put your crystal in a glass, put another glass in with your water or your whatever you're drinking in it so that it gets the energy
Oh,
from it, but you're not drinking from that there.
yeah. Ah, yeah. Those little tiny bottles at Dollar Tree would be perfect for that. I
Yeah.
wonder if they feel right, the ones with the screw on top.
Oh,
I
that would
wonder
be
if
good.
they feel good enough to do that with. I don't know. We'll have to try it out.
Good question. If
You know,
you
if you
put
have
wax
like
around
a
it, it would.
small point.
Just make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
you have food grade wax, but
Right. Yeah, like Caranuba or beeswax or something like
yeah.
that.
Yep.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Protection crystals in my drinking water.
Yeah.
I do use amethyst, rose quartz, and quartz crystal. Those are the only ones I usually use, though.
Yeah. Smoky quartz, citrine.
Yeah, I do have smoky quartz. I could do that one.
Smoky quartz is good.
I I have to be careful with my water bottle at school because the kids will take it and drink out of it. There's no bubble with these people. None. Nothing is sacred. So
That's
I don't want
funny.
anybody choking on my crystal.
That's funny. Oh
Oh,
no.
that's a good way to.
Smoky quartz they call smoky quartz the cloak of invisibility, because it's one that can allow you to, when you're really anxious about stuff or you don't want people to notice you. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You have that kind of day that you're like, I just want to fade into the background today. I don't.
Yeah.
Smoky quartz is the one to help you do that.
Oh, nice.
I usually don't ever put crystals in water. However, I do make grids around my water. Yeah, there you go with crystals to infuse for sure.
Yep.
I've been
It's safe.
doing crystals a long time. So I definitely know which ones. So if you are worried about it or you're not sure, don't do it. But
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Do the alternate methods. Those are
yeah,
safer and it's still the same energy too. So that's good.
definitely. I'm just too lazy usually to make a crystal grid or anything. So
I
I'll use the ones I
know.
can drop in there.
Oh, Heather said leaving a cut onion on the counter will absorb negative energy.
Ah,
I like that.
that's cool. Oh, that reminds me of
Yeah.
camphor. That's the other thing is camphor.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
put camphor in water. Camphor
Mhm.
is good all over. You can just kind of leave it all over. You can burn it. You can put it in water. You're supposed to put it in a cup of water, put it under your bed. Be careful if you have pets because you don't want
Right.
them drinking that water.
Right.
And then if it's cloudy, you need to switch out the water and do it again the next day. Switch out the water and do it again the next day until it's clear. And then it
Ah,
has then gotten rid of the negative energy in your room.
oh, nice. Repeat until clear.
Yes.
Nice. I've never
But
heard of that
again, be
one.
careful with pets. If you have pets that,
Mhm.
are licking everything, and be careful.
Every-
It's one thing I have to say that's nice about, I loved having my cats, but it's nice not to have cats in the house because like crystal grids and stuff, I never could keep a crystal because they get up there and bat things around and
They
plants,
don't
they
like
like rip apart all my plants and drove me nuts.
it. Yeah, Salem's so old now. He doesn't do any of that anymore. He just lays around and eats and poops. Oh, yeah. She had a jewelry business. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love jewelry.
Crystals
I have
was
a
like
jewelry.
one of the first things that I don't know that drew me into witchcraft and spirituality and stuff. So that was like the first thing that I worked with over everything else too for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, crystals and herbs. That was my jam. Yep. Although I love candle spells too. I think those are my favorite.
You're a fire person though, aren't you?
No, I'm water. Well, I think I'm water. I don't know. I haven't done my astrology chart yet. I haven't read it yet. But I've
Well,
always been
what
water. I'm a very watery person.
you're drawn to water more?
I'm drawn to water and I think I have a lot of water in my chart. I don't know.
Well, that is fire then is your opposite, which means it's also an attractant to you because in order to balance, you're drawn to what balance is. So I'm an
Oh,
air,
yeah, that
I'm
makes
drawn
sense.
to earth.
Yep. Yeah, you crave whatever you lack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
Crystals were my gateway. Yes. Yes, yes,
sense.
yes. I
Me
started
too with
collecting crystals when I was 9 because my grandpa gave me a set of crystals, right? Yes,
oh, that's
I remember
awesome.
too, like bringing home crystals from garage sales and all that stuff.
Rocks.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
yes. All right.
Yeah, that that shop that my mom used to take me to had crystals in it too. And I was, oh my gosh, I don't know, 13, 14. That was fun.
Nice. That's definitely a gateway.
Yeah. Cauldron rituals. Use an iron cauldron to burn protective herbs or incense, enhancing the protective properties of the elements used within it. I guess, yeah, an iron cauldron, but really any cauldron, right, would
Yeah,
have protective properties.
definitely. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyone.
I only use my cauldron once a year, my big one. I have a great big one on a stand that we put over the fire, and I'll do like one dinner beef stew just to say we did it, and then it comes back down the basement.
Nice.
But I love my
Nice.
cauldron. Christmas we did.
Yes, we did. I lost my place.
The boundary stones. Place stones at the boundaries of your property or garden to create a strong protective barrier. Paint protective stones. Gather smooth stones and paint them with protective symbols or designs. Place them in the boundaries of your property for ongoing protection. I love that. My sister-in-law does rocks and like leaves them like everywhere in Florida, like wherever they walk. They'll take like a box of
Nice.
painted rocks and leave like pretty rocks everywhere.
Oh,
That's a
nice.
good one.
Yeah. I end
Have
up
you ever seen the ones
leaving
with
a
the
lot of stones all over anyways because I always carry crystal chips with me. So anything like anytime I take anything,
Oh,
wildcrafting or anything like that, I always leave chips as an offering.
oh, that's good. Yeah. Chips and bird seed.
Yeah,
Water.
that's another easy one. Yep. All right. What else?
And then there's the wooden style. What would you consider the most protective for colors? Would you say black?
Yeah, I would say black or white because it's, the lack of and the all encompassing.
Yeah.
White is the lack of color and the black is the all encompassing. And so it's the reflective and the
Absorbing.
transmutation.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the simplest stones to carry is selenite in one pocket and black tourmaline in the opposite, because you're pulling in positive energy through the selenite and it's transmuting everything. The black tourmaline is pulling in any negative and transmuting it to positive. So,
Oh, nice. I don't have a small piece of selenite.
oh goodness, I have selenite like on every shelf and
Yeah. I only have a couple pieces, and one of them fell in a pot of wax, so I gotta get rid of it. I can't clean it off. It won't clean off. So,
toilet.
anyway. Yeah, black, white, and I like the red. The other colors listed, purple, blue, gold, green. Those aren't really protective to me, but
Yeah, it depends
well,
on
depending
you.
on
It
what's you, yeah, what's right for
depends
you.
on, yep. Some people feel like that. I can see green kind of because for me, green, when I do healing or anything like that, it's always green energy comes from Gaia, and I see that as cleansing and protective and stuff. So I can kind of see somewhat
Yeah,
green.
green, yeah.
Depends on how it's used, I guess.
And then the stones.
This
Tiger's eye,
Labradorite. Yep.
pyrite.
Yeah.
And then the herbs, I usually use bay and rosemary. And well,
Yeah,
sage.
rosemary is the quartz of herbs. So quartz is the all-encompassing. You can use it for anything. You can program it. Rosemary is the herb that is the all-encompassing. You can use it for anything. You can program it. That's the
Yeah,
herb that is great for anything.
that's like number one.
Yep.
That always goes in my wash water when I'm
Yeah.
doing the floors, anything like that.
Yeah. Me
I love
too.
rose.
Ancestor work,
Mm,
cleansing, all of that.
yep. Healing
Yeah.
rituals.
Yep.
I do a lot of
All of that.
rosemary. I don't have any rosemary growing either. I need to plant that next year because I do use a lot. I'd rather. Oh yeah, go take the boys pee. Uh,
Yes. Yes.
um, cinnamon, garlic, rue, peppermint, eucalyptus. Oh, I love eucalyptus. I love the smell of it.
Yeah. Me too. Eucalyptus is nice.
Mm,
Then witches knots, like we said, you can use that with witches ladders,
mm,
or you can knot just a cord, use a red or a black cord, whatever color is protective for you. Very often it's red, um, for use at the front door,
mm.
and traditionally it's 13 knots, but again, whatever feels right for you.
Right,
I
yeah.
usually do groups of threes too.
Do you do? Yeah, I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. There's something about threes or sevens. If I'm not doing threes,
Oh,
then I do a seven.
yeah. Whatever you're
Something.
called to, it's weird. Sometimes it's different. I don't know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So the witch's knots, and that would tie into the no pun intended. That would tie into the bracelet one too, right? You could
Right?
say a chant every time you do a knot. That would be
Yeah,
good.
definitely.
Ooh,
The dragon
dragon's
eyes.
eye. Yeah.
Is that supposed to
Another
be
one?
that's like the sun eye things? Is that what the same thing?
I think so, yeah.
Where you
Sort of like
do,
a
cross and then
line. Yeah, I think so.
wind it
If
around.
eh,
That's good.
um,
Horseshoes. That's a really old tradition that is a great protection. I have my grandpa's horseshoe that
oh,
I
you
always
do?
put at the
Yeah.
front door. So,
Oh, nice.
yep.
I have one on my altar. Of course, salt,
Yeah.
purification and protection, believed to create a barrier against negative energies and cleanse space of impurities. Oh, it was used in ancient Rome to ward off evil spirits. I did not know that.
Roman. Amulets and
Amulets and
talismans. You can make
talismans.
anything an amulet or a talisman. Just, you know, do a circle and dedicate it to that use.
Mm. Ooh,
Like any ring, any necklace thing, and a button.
ooh, yeah,
You can
button. That's easy.
you
Yeah.
can use
I would love
anything.
to try that. I've never found a hagstone. I'd like to find one and use that as the ones with the holes in them. Those are nice. I like
I
those.
have to
That
say,
would be an
I did
awesome
not
amulet.
find myself. When I was a kid, I think I found a few, but I was thinking I was never going to find one. And then when we went on our trip at the ocean, I found a trillion of them. There was like this one
Oh,
beach we went to in Oregon, and they were like everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I never
oh
find
my
them. And then
goodness.
here's a million.
I
It was
know.
funny.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've never found one. I grew up at the beach too.
Just depends.
Um, let's see. Iron is listed.
Iron. Just be careful with iron, depending on what time. What you just found your first hagstone? Yay! Be careful with iron
Yay.
if you're working with Fae, because
Oh,
that will
yeah.
piss them off.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I never thought about that. I have a lot of entity things in the backyard. I don't know what they are, but they accept my gifts and leave me gifts, so that's good.
That's good.
But hopefully I won't piss them off with iron. I've done iron nails out though, before I had the railroad spikes, and it didn't do any damage, I don't think so.
Yeah.
That's good.
No, and that's usually okay if it's like a border thing or that kind of thing. I just don't, if I have, you know, my, yep, the area that I use to give, give to the Fae, I just
Yeah.
make sure there isn't
Oh,
iron.
nothing on there. Yeah. No, my
Bells
offering
have
stump is
always been a protective thing. Bells have been protection forever.
yeah.
Peter, I have so many strings of bells that I have, because every time I find them, I buy them, and Peter hates bells. So
Bob
I
does
will put them
too.
at the door. What's that?
Bob hates bells too. That's why we
Something
got the
about
dog
men.
door. Yeah.
I'll put them
Yeah.
at the door, and then all of a sudden they disappeared, and I'm like, what the hell happened to my bells? I don't know. I don't know what
Oh,
happened.
no. I didn't take it. I didn't take it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Full moon
Yeah,
is tomorrow morning. Super full moon in Pisces. Yay! Oh yeah. Great time for divination.
that's good.
Yay.
That's what we do
Candles, we
next
talked
week.
about a little.
I love clearing energy with bells. Yeah. I don't do that as much as I should. Like a lot of people like ring or clear a deck every time. I don't. I just read with them. Like after it's cleansed, I don't re-cleanse it. But I think
Right?
it's good to reset the energy every once in a while. I like that idea of using the
Definitely.
bell. Yeah.
It's funny. My oldest this week sometime messaged me and said, "Hey, have you saged in a while? I think we need sage." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. It's been a while. All right, I'll do that." That's why my protection kit, my house cleansing kit, is out, because I was like, "Oh, I know I have sage in there."
Yeah. I just got a huge bag of white sage. The
Nice.
kids bought it for the wedding to put in like the favor things, and they only need a little bit. So now I have like this 1 pound bag of, I don't know if I'll ever go through it, but they're like, we don't use this. Do you use this? I'm like, absolutely. That's a sacred plant. Like, I can't believe you can just
Yes.
buy it like that. I don't know.
I
But
know. I know.
I'll use it for something. Maybe
Heck yeah.
tea. I think Heather said sage tea. I've never had sage tea.
You can make some sage spray.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep it in your car. I keep one in my car.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I do like a spritzy bottle thing with mine. I'll show you. Oh. This thing.
Nice.
And the spritz, it spritzes nice and fine too.
Nice. Palo Santo spray, yes.
Oh, that
Yes,
must
yes,
smell
yes.
amazing.
I know. I
Wait,
love Palo Santo.
do you soak it in the alcohol like anything else, or do you have to chop it up, or how do
I
you do
think it
that?
probably smells better the more you kind of chop it and
Release
the
more of
more
the oil.
surface area.
Yeah.
Oh, she uses the powder
Only
form.
garden sage. Okay.
Mirrors, they're good. I didn't even think about this, but I have a little mirrored box. So I put things in the mirrored box that represent me or represent the family or something. And I use that as a spell box for protections.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah.
And then ritual tools. Just make sure you're cleansing and rededicating ritual tools if you use them for protection and stuff, because depending on the tool, they can absorb a lot of energies. So you want to make sure you're
Right.
cleansing them
Yep.
before you use them for, other rituals or that kind of thing. All right.
That's it. There's
Let's
a ton
pull a
of
card.
resources. I didn't hear whether people wanted resources or not, but I put them all. So just be aware
Beautiful.
of that. Print it out.
They're there.
Yeah.
We'll
I
pull a
know that
card.
is
Oh, do you
really
want to tell them what we're doing next week?
sugar. I keep moving my arm. Divination and tarot readings. So that'll be good. That'll be
Yay.
fun. I'm gonna try
All
to
right.
read on camera and we'll see how good I do.
Oh, you'll do fine.
White sage
All
for
right.
tea. Oh yeah, I've never used sage for tea, but I've had it in tincture. So I mean, it must taste pretty much the same.
Okay, the card for today is Grace.
Oh, very pretty.
It says, ask for guidance. Prayer, I can't read it now. Prayer moves us into a personal connection with the divine. When we remember to ask, we are bathed in grace. Grace calms us and reassures us. Painful lessons are essential to our growth. If you have been experiencing a dark night of the soul, remember to ask, listen, and receive grace, the unearned gift.
I love that. She reminds me of my grandmother. Grandma used to go out all dolled up every time, even just grocery shopping. She'd be all dressed up. Huh,
Oh, nice.
very
Nice.
pretty.
I like this deck. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. Thank
Thank
you for
you so
participating.
much.
And don't forget that the contest is still going on, the giveaway,
Yep, we have
until the
until the
end of the month.
30th. Yeah, I'm
So
excited.
get your entries in. Yay.
Get some good prizes.
And next week, we'll do some divinations.
Yay. I
Yay.
haven't used my crystal ball for a while. I wonder if that would translate on camera. I don't know. Maybe we could
Right.
try it and see. It may. All right.
All
Thank you
right.
guys. See
Thanks for coming, guys. Love you. Have a great
you next
week.
week. Love you. Bye.